Hi guys, welcome back to Berylaw's YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to draft a dress pattern. With this pattern, you'll be able to make any type of dress. So let's get started. And for us to get started, we need our basic bodice pattern. So I've gone ahead to draw out my basic bodice pattern. So if in case you do not know how to make this, I'm going to put the link in the description box because I already have a video, detailed video on how to make it. There are two ways you can make a dress pattern. Is either you use this method or you bring your basic bodice and your skirt pattern together, and that gives you your basic dress. So let's proceed. The length of the dress I will be working with is 43 inches, and from shoulder to the waist here I'm having 15 inches. So if you remove 15 inches from 43 inches, you'll be left with 28 inches. So I'll come to the waistline here and measure 28 inches. 28 inches, and my waist to hip is 9.75. 9.75. Let me just extend it. 9.75. And the length of the dress is 28 inches. I'm going to roll now. I'm working on the back bodice first. Okay. So on the waistline, I'm going to impute my hip measurements, which is 10.5. That is 42 inches divided by 4. That gives me 10.5. This is 10.5. If it's going to be a straight gown or dress, I will come here and measure that same 10.5. Okay, so I'm going to connect it with the head of my curve ruler this way. I'll connect the waist to the hip this way. Then I will now use my straight ruler to connect from here to the hem. Now the next thing we are going to do is to impute our dart. And to impute our dart, we use our bust span measurement, which is here. I have 3.5. That is half of my bust span measurement, which is 7. So 7 divided by 2, I'm having 3.5 inches. So I'll connect it to the middle of the dart here, this way. Come back to the hip line here. I'll come up by 2 inches and connect it back to the waistline. This way. So that is our dart. But because our back is not straight, so we are going to tighten the back so that we do not experience any bulge at the back. So I will be taking in half of an inch here. And this half of an inch, I'm going to connect it to where my dart stops, and my dart stops at 2 inches above my hip line. And then from here, which is from the waistline, I'm going to connect to my across back. I've marked it out, although it depends on the kind of fabric that you are working with. Sometimes you may need to connect from the waistline to the neckline, but I will not be connecting to the neckline. I will be stopping at my across back. So if I need to do that later on, I can easily adjust that. So we have shaped our back. You can decide not to remove this half inch from your part. If you do not remove it and you have it this way, it's still okay. That means if you really want it to be firm on you, you do not need to remove the half inch, and nothing will happen to your allowance. Nothing will happen to your allowance here. But in case you are not convinced, you can still remove this half inch from your dart. So what that means is that you share it into two. That means you'll be having 1/4 of an inch here, 1/4 of an inch at both sides. I'm using a different color of marker so that you can see what I am doing. So the 0.5 inch that I have removed from the waist, I am removing it from the dart allowance. So this is what you will be cutting out, and we are done with the back pattern. So we'll be moving over to the front. So from here, we added 28 inches from the waistline. 28 inches is what we added. So the same 28 inches, so come here and measure 28 inches. This way. inches. Then from the waist to the hip line is 9.75 this way. And I'm going to connect it now. And then the parts as well. So the hip measurement that we are working with is 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. We bring down the 10.5 here in case you are making a straight dress. Then you take your curve ruler and connect to the hip line this way. Come to the hip line and measure 3.5 inches. That is our bust pan, half of our bust pan. Connect it back to the waistline. Measure up 2 inches from the hip line, just as we did at the back. And this is our basic dress pattern. So in case you do not want your dress to be straight this way, maybe you want a pencil dress, so we are going to adapt it to pencil dress now. So to adapt it to pencil dress, you locate where your above knee is, and my above knee is 36 inches. So you mark out 36 inches. For it to be accurate, come here and measure what you are having. This is 21, so you connect it this way. 21. This is my above knee. So on this above knee, at the side, you measure 1 inch. Then at the center back, you measure 1 inch. The 1 inch, you are going to connect it to the hemline. This way. And you take it down. Connect it to the hip. And you connect this one too to the hip line. So if you need a pencil dress, what that means is that you will be following the shaped line. So this is where you will be cutting out, and you cut out this. And in case you want a vent at the back, you want your pencil skirt to have vent at the back, I already have a detailed video on how to make a vent on my basic skirt pattern, so you can watch that. So for the front, you come here and take 1 inch allowance. You locate the above knee, which is 21 inches from the hip line. Then from shoulder is 36. That same 1 inch, you take it here. I'm going to connect it to the hip like that. So if you like this video, don't forget to give me thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't be stingy. Share it. There is love in sharing. So this is our pencil skirt, and please tell your friends about this channel. Let's grow it together. And if you are new here, please subscribe. It doesn't take you anything to subscribe. So this is our pencil, basic and pencil skirts. If you want to make any type of dress now, you can make it as I said earlier. Maybe you want princess seam, armhole princess seam, or shoulder princess seam, whichever one you want. This is the basic that you need. Thank you very much for watching, and we appreciate your comments. Just leave questions for me. I will be willing to answer them. Till we meet again in the next video. Bye.